Hey, welcome back to the channel, you guys. I appreciate y'all tuning in. We have a pretty important video here today about some breaking news that is taking place here on American soil. And in the words of the nut job Kamala Harris,
let me just say, I predicted a lot about what's happening right now. I'm not into saying I told you so, but we did see it coming.
Stick around and we'll check it out.
Hello, America. I'm Ron Burgundy. And tonight's top story is America. She's the greatest country in the world.
Heck, the history of the world.
You're damn right!
Woo! Please help me on my journey. Oh, Lord, help me on my way. Singing, oh, oh, Lord, I want you to help me.
All right, gang, I appreciate y'all coming back here today. So, as I mentioned prior, y'all, we have some pretty important news that we need to speak about that has transpired here on American soil. I just recently dropped a video a few days ago in regards to same situations that are taking place here right now on American soil. And I had a really bad feeling that this stuff was going to start taking place soon here. So, which of course had me in my mind thinking about exactly what I want to do and how to make sure that I'm prepared. Recently, as of today, there have been 2 terror attacks on America here. We have a couple situations where these individuals are actually starting to come out of Africa. It just makes me think now we have to be on the lookout for Africans that are looking to do some sort of terrorism against us here. It really makes you think and wonder here. But I want to jump into this here and I want to show you guys a couple of these clips here in reference to situations that have taken place here. In the first one here, we got something that took place at a synagogue out here in the U.S. You guys take a look at this and see exactly what's going on, and we'll talk about it a little bit.
We begin tonight here with the horrific scene unfolding at one of the largest synagogues in the U.S. Authorities say a driver rammed his truck through the barricades and smashed through the front door of Temple Israel just outside Detroit. Smoke could be seen coming from the building. Sources telling ABC News the driver was armed with a rifle. The Oakland County Sheriff says armed security opened fire, the suspect's truck bursting into flames. 140 children among those inside at a preschool, the race to get the children out. The attacker is dead. Tonight, investigators are now trying to determine a possible motive. ABC's Alex Perez leading us off. He's on the ground in Michigan tonight.
Tonight, terror in Michigan, smoke pouring from the roof of one of the nation's largest synagogues after an armed man in a truck steered around the security barricades and plowed right through the front doors. It happened just after noon. Police racing to Temple Israel in West Bloomfield, Michigan, the nation's largest Reformed Jewish congregation and home to a preschool, 140 little kids inside when the chaos unfolded. The truck slamming through a set of doors and driving straight down the hall.
He breached the building, drove down the hall, and he was engaged by security.
All right, family, as y'all can see exactly what transpired in that video here with this incident at the synagogue here. Thank God that there was somebody with enough sense that was on duty to be armed and is able to take this dirtbag out right here. I know for a fact that those 223s or 556s that he was hit with are not as hot as the place that he's going to, which is hell. And that's where my satisfaction comes into place. All right, take a look at this next one here that we have. This one took place at Old Dominion University here. Again, we have another individual that's coming out of Africa that is this extreme Islamist synagogue, West Side.
Breaking new details at 6 on the suspected terror incident at Old Dominion University. The FBI just gave an update on that deadly attack on ROTC members.
Tonight, law enforcement identifying the shooter as Muhammad Jallo from Loudoun County. He had previously pled guilty to trying to send material in support of ISIS. Saeed Abbas live in the newsroom with new details, including the brave people who took him down. Saeed.
Kenneth and Sharon, we're learning Jallow previously served in the Army National Guard and was a naturalized U.S. citizen from Sierra Leone. After pleading guilty to trying to send information to the Islamic State, he was sentenced in 11 years, but got out in December of 2024. Moments ago, Fox 5 arriving at his home in Sterling, Virginia, a note on the door indicating the family does not want to talk to the press. Neighbors tell us they hadn't seen the suspect since his arrest back in 2016. Now, his alleged attack happened in the middle of the Norfolk, Virginia campus. It happened at Constant Hall, which is part of the College of Business, just before 10:45 this morning. Investigators say the suspect yelled out in Arabic before he started shooting. Tonight, the two of the victims remain in the hospital in stable condition. One of them self-transported to a hospital in Virginia Beach. Tonight, FBI Director Kash Patel says this is being investigated as an act of terrorism.
Basically, when he got here, he was already radicalized. If you notice, both of these individuals have something in common. They were both arrested prior for some sort of domestic terroristic activities and released back into the country to continue to remain a sleeper cell for the Islamic Republic, whatever you want to call it. But again, these are the things that happen when you have a wide open border and nobody is being vetted that's actually coming into your country here. You guys see a lot of this stuff happening over here in these foreign countries where they've decided to let individuals into their country, and this particular religion is starting to take over, and their ideology is starting to take over as well. Just look at Europe over here and the things that they're going through and they're facing with when it comes to this particular religion. Now, I'm not saying at all that everybody that practices this particular religion is a bad individual. I'm not saying that by any means. I love people from all walks of life here. But when you have individuals coming in from a foreign country, and we know for a fact that they're extremists in their beliefs when it comes to how they feel about America, but somehow still want to make it over here to America, we know that something is up. If you hate a country so bad, why would you attempt to come over here and live a life? We have to start putting context clues together, especially when we have a history on these individuals and we know exactly the type of activity that they participate in. We have to be more careful and we have to be more vigilant when it comes to these type of things here. Now, with that being said, I want you guys again to make sure that you're always prepared for any sort of situation, whether you're out in public. These people at this synagogue and these people at this ROTC school here were just simply minding their business when some whack job decided to lose his marbles and start attacking them and start killing people. Now, one thing you might not know as well, or that you've seen in the clip here, is that that dirtbag of Old Dominion was put in the dirt by some ROTC students that just happened to respond like true American heroes should when they're faced with danger. They didn't think twice, they took action, and they took care of the actual problem itself here. So my hat goes off to these young men who took the opportunity to save dozens or hundreds of other lives that may have been at this particular facility. Kudos to you guys. And speaking of giving kudos to individuals, I'm about to start giving out nuts of bronze awards to individuals who actually step up in the fear, that actually step up in the face of danger and get the job done and make sure that they're able to go home at the end of the day. I'm going to start giving out bronze balls awards here. So, in the event that you guys know these individuals that stopped both of these shooters here, whether it was at the synagogue or whether it was at Old Dominion, leave it below, get in contact with them, have them get in contact with me on the platforms provided, and I will 100% love to award every one of these individuals with either silver balls awards or the bronze balls awards. Either way, they're casting some special metal out here from the earth These individuals are special. So it blows my mind to sit back and think that we have people over here in our country that still support this particular type of activity. You have individuals that go out here and mourn an individual or individuals that have exported and specialized in terrorism for majority of my life and even before my life and even before a lot of you guys' lives. Seriously export in terrorism throughout the world. And you have people that want to celebrate these individuals. You have people that want to immortalize these individuals right here in your own country. Right here in your own country. So it's a big deal. It's a really, really big deal when you sit back and think about it here. I just had a discussion with somebody recently here in reference to this type of stuff. And they were mentioning to me that the only thing that basically will bring Americans together is if we had some type of tragic attack or some type of crazy attack. And at that point, every American would be for going to war or protecting their homeland. We were speaking in reference to individuals being against the actual actions that are taking place in Iran when it comes to the bombing campaign. And they were mentioning that majority of Americans are against the bombing campaign over in Iran, which I completely understand and agree. War is nasty. It costs lives and it costs money. And it costs us as the American taxpayers money as well when it comes to certain commodities out here in the world. Definitely can put a damper or a strain on you here. But I have faith that this won't last too long at all here. Either way it goes, we're here. Whoever is in office is our president. This is our administration, whether you choose to believe it or not. This is our people for the next 4 years here. So we're going to have to deal with it, and we're going to have to start thinking and making conscious decisions on what's right and what's wrong. We're all adults here, and we have those choices to make. And those choices dictate absolutely how our life turns out or how our life goes. So we have to start thinking about things like that. Do you want to be on the right side or do you want to be on the wrong side of history? I don't care what party you're for. As long as you want to be on the right side of history, that's all that matters here, because your name means a lot and your legacy means a lot when it comes to a lot of these things out here and how you actually respond to them and how you interact and engage with them here. Your children are going to see this. Your children's children are going to see this here. So you want to make sure that you are setting the perfect and the prime example of what a strong American citizen looks like in this country. I know for a fact that both of these individuals are going to be roasted on a spitfire in the bowels of hell. Good enough for them. This goes for any other individual that has decided to go into a place of worship, any sort of place of recreation, any sort of place of gathering, and decide to take human lives simply based upon an ideology that they have. This person doesn't believe what you believe. This person doesn't think what you think. So all of a sudden, now you want to kill them. It doesn't work that way right there here. You're most definitely going to end up in a very bad place based upon your thinking and your actions. I want you all to make sure that you leave a comment below here. Let me know exactly what you guys think about these two incidents that have taken place. Make sure that you guys are prepared. Make sure that when you step out the house every single day that your loved ones know that you care for them. Make sure that you have things in your household set in order, because you never know exactly what's going to take place when you step outside of that house. It could be some crazy individual driving a 5,000-pound truck that decides to barrel down the sidewalk and take you out simply in the name of a religion or simply from what they believe. Make sure that you are always vigilant and prepared when you're out here. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Leave some information in comments below here if you have any other updates for me, side information. And again, please, if y'all know the individuals from this synagogue or from this ROTC school that stopped either one of these idiots here, please make sure you share the information below. I would love to get in contact with them, speak with them. Even though I'm just a small content creator, it sits well in my heart that we have individuals out here that are willing to step up to the plate and put their life on the line for other individuals. A simple act of selflessness. Thank you guys. Take it easy.